So, Ed Sheeran, welcome back to New Zealand in a virtual capacity again.
For sure. Thanks for having me.
Your new album is out today. Exciting stuff.
I think so. Yeah, I feel like it's been a long time coming, but the album's been done for so long now because we had to send it off to get printed on vinyl. So it's been finished and in my hands for months now. So I'm just happy it's going to be out for the rest of the world.
Do you get nervous on days like this?
I kind of feel like I've done everything I can. Like I've said yes to everything. I've done every interview that has been put in front of me. I've done every album sleeve signing that's been put. Like I can't do anything more. So yes, I guess I'm excited for people to hear it. But
yeah,
there's like, if it doesn't work, that I've done everything, you know.
And when it comes to new songs
before release, do you bounce them off friends and family and say, "Have a listen. What do you think of this one?"
I mean, usually, yeah, but the album was made in the pandemic, so I only played it to my wife and my manager, I guess. So yeah, it wasn't that much bouncing. It was interesting actually going over to America for the first time to play it to the record label and have my wife has come with porridge. Thank you very much.
Porridge, of course, it's that time of the day.
Thank you.
Lovely.
I love you. Thanks.
How do you have your porridge?
I have it with a little bit of thanks, Ches, a little bit of honey and some fruit. Some fruit.
Oh, perfect.
We grow like raspberries and strawberries in the garden, which is fun.
Oh, very organic.
Yeah. Sorry, what was the question before then?
That's all good. You feel free to eat away. And we're talking about bouncing these songs off your family. Yeah.
Yeah. So the first time I went over to America was the first time I really played it to anyone, and it was interesting having the reaction be positive because people were like, "Oh, we actually really like this." And usually I would have played it to hundreds of people. I used to with Divide. Anyone that ever came around my house for any form of drink, dinner, anything, the evening would end in the basement with me playing them the album. Like it or lump it, you're listening to this and you're telling me what you think. But yeah, this one's a bit. This one, I mean, it's just been made in a pandemic, you know.
And is getting a bit older and having life experience changed the form of your music, the lyrics? How has it impacted it?
I think it has, but no more so than it did for Divide or for Multiply. Like Plus I listened to the other day because it was the 10th anniversary, and you know, I listened back to that. I remember when I was making Multiply, listening to Plus would have made me cringe because it was like a few years ago and I was grown up and I'm 22 and blah blah blah. But with Plus, it's essentially the diary of an 18-year-old boy, and everything that happens to you at 18, your friends go off to uni, I moved to London and blah 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 blah. But now at 30, this is very much, I'm a dad, I'm married, I'm just live. It's just different. I'm just living different. The love in my life is different. It's no longer like the exciting fling where you're doing this. It's now like a real deep connection with someone, you know?
Yeah, you mentioned your daughter, Lyra. Is that the correct pronunciation?
Yeah, Lyra.
So she's over a year old now. How are things going there?
Dude, I think she's a genius. Like she's 14 months and she doesn't speak. But you say, like, Lyra, where's your tummy? And she'll point at her tummy. Well, Lyra, where are your eyes? She'll point at her eyes. Lyra, where's your head? She'll point at her head. And it's the most, I don't know where it's come, because we have friends who have kids that are the same age. And it's very much at this age, kids are like sort of happy, smiley potatoes that might waddle about a bit and then fall over. But she seems to be like, yeah, I don't know where it's come from, but she's, I'm being more careful what I say around her now, because I'm like, she definitely picks it up.
And dad duties, what are your job roles? What do you do in the relationships?
I've always done nappies from the beginning, because I think when you're your partner gives birth, the baby is so dependent on the mother, like so dependent. It's just like breastfeed, breast milk, comfort, blah 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 blah. And I sort of feel a bit like, well, what can I do? And then you see all the things that you can do are the ones that, you know, they're the nappies, they're the cooking, they're the cleaning, they're the prepping dinner, they're the cleaning up, there's the bath time. You know, like bath time, breakfast in the morning is my favorite time in the morning, because I get up, I leave Ches will have like an extra hour in bed, and I'll go downstairs, put a vinyl on. I'll make porridge. I'll make breakfast for Lyra, and we'll eat the porridge while we do the vinyl. And then I'll take her into the gym, and then I'll work out with her, and she'll be she won't be doing weights, but she'll be playing with toys on the floor, and and then that's the first hour of my day. And then like today, I go to work, and it's just a balance, isn't it? It's not a you do this and I'll do this. It's we balance it. Some days I'm at home for the full day, and Chaz will go to work for the full day. So it's a balance.
It sounds so beautifully domesticated. How do you find fame these days? Because it sounds like things are so normal, aside from your fame.
Well, I live the place that I grew up, so I know everyone here. I know the people in the pub because I went to school with them. I know the people in the supermarket because I went to school with them. And I know the people in the cafe. I know the people in the petrol station. So here, I don't feel famous. But when I go to a city, so I'll go to London to work, it's suddenly this crazy rat race of I have to watch where I go, who I'm with. I would have to have a driver. I would have to have 2 security with me at all times. Like it suddenly becomes a thing. So yeah, I mean, fame. I've been famous now for like 11 years, and it's sort of grown, it's shifted, it's changed. I'm sort of entering into a period of my career where there's a bit more respect from people. I'm not like when I was like 21, 22, and I would go into a bar, I would literally get handed around like a rag doll for people to take pictures with. They'd be like, "No, now it's my turn. Now it's my turn."
Here he comes. Yeah.
Whereas now it's a bit more. My rule is anyone under 18. I would never ever say no to a picture. If there's like a 8-year-old girl or a 10-year-old boy that come up, I would never say no. But if I'm out with my family having a meal and an adult comes up, I feel like I can say to them, "Come on, man! Like I'm having a meal with my family," and they usually understand. And what I think they want is just the connection. So then I'll have a conversation with them for a bit, but it won't be let's take a photo. I find photos almost ruin the moment with people. I can have like a really real connection with someone, and we'll speak for 5 minutes, and then at the end they go, "But can I have a selfie?" And then suddenly it just ends, and then that's all that meeting was. So I sometimes like it just having just a normal conversation with people.
It's been lovely chatting. We know it's been a tough year for many, so we were wondering, could you join us again in 2 weeks' time to give $10,000 to a deserving Kiwi?
So up for that, man. Yeah, I'd love that.
Wonderful.